What's up, family Liberty? Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug here. And let's just get started with this. Chuck Schumer went on a bunch of interviews to hawk his book after his unbelievably tone-deaf vote on the continuing resolution bill last week. And quite frankly, people, I got nothing left. Ranting and ranting over and over again is getting tiresome, folks. So I decided I needed a more measured voice. Someone to speak to the senator on my behalf. A anger translator, if you will. And luckily, today Admin Asia has volunteered to do just that. Talk to the senator for me, please. But with that calm, intentional demeanor, that you're so well known for. Meet Admin Asia. What's going on?
Well, thank you, Admin Doug. I sure will do my best. And I guess the best place to start is, hey, Mr. Senator Chuck Schumer, stop asking us for fucking donations. Nah, we're going to donate to any Americans who will step up for the common sense progressive platform that has had overwhelming support by tens of millions of Americans. The ones you pander to, beg for donations during the election season, and then dismiss after getting into office. Then you ask us for donations to do the job we just hired you to do. Motherfucker, we're paying you. Do your job. In no other type of employment except maybe CEO can you do absolutely nothing and get paid for it. And then act like you earned it with a straight face. You have enough money, Chuck. What are you doing with it? You're not organizing. You're not messaging. Your messaging has sucked for decades. You definitely don't use it to get a Democratic Frank Luntz to craft a better message. There are people out there making better messages on TikTok. And you can't fucking hire anyone? You crush any progressive that talks to the working class Americans about the issues that connect with us. You keep asking us to go out in the streets and demand change? You tell us on your most recent interview with Chris Hayes on MSNBC that you need the American public to go out and support your party's plan. We want to fight the fights, but we need the public's support. And Chris Hayes says, the people have no idea these things are happening. And you agreed. It's your fucking responsibility to communicate to the people. You're terrible at this. Bernie Sanders, a man who has been in Congress his whole career, still manages to communicate to the common man. Do you listen to him? No, you don't. You and the rest of the establishment dens shunt him aside as soon as he irritates your donor.
That was interesting. Thank you for that. Admin Asia. I was hoping for a little more restraint. I think, that's what I meant. But I get it. Let's be honest here, though. Can we just expect every senator to just parrot what Bernie says? We can't expect that, right? I mean, the plan has to be bigger than just one guy.
You
right?
Don't communicate the plan, you walking corpse. You still use a fucking flip phone, you goddamn dinosaur. No wonder you and the rest of the professional politicians in the establishment wing of the Democratic Party who have been there for 20 years or more and gotten real fucking comfortable in your jobs don't know what's going on. I mean, anyone who is a multimillionaire has no fucking idea what it's like for the rest of us. Multimillionaires like y'all are practically an alien species at this point in income inequality. What would be a meal for you at one of DC's many posh restaurants would mean the difference between eating this month or not for most of the constituents you fleece, you fucking parasites. You think that telling us that Trump is a bad guy, doing bad shit, is new to us? And if you keep telling us that it's going to win over the American people and get us into the streets, you elitist assholes, we're not knuckle dragging rubes. Stop talking to us like we're idiots. We lived through 4 years of that monster. We know how terrible he is. He made sure we knew every day. He literally had to be in our faces every hour of every day from 2015 until today. We don't need y'all to tell us this. Fuck, get some new material. It's obviously not working. And that's the real point, isn't it, Chucky? Just keep us scared and harvesting that sweet, sweet donor support, you weasels. What you do communicate is utter trash.
Straight trash. Absolutely right.
Please, Admin Doug, control yourself.
Of course, I apologize. Please, go on.
As I was saying, what you communicate is utter trash. It's what lost us the 2017 election. It's what destroyed women's autonomy, something we sent the Democrats to do in 2008 with the promise to have it enshrined into law before the midterms. We busted our asses to give you Obama and the Dems the House and the Senate and the executive. And what did you do? Watered down healthcare, where you literally shut out universal single-payer representatives out of the fucking negotiations. We hired you to do what you promised, and you did a bait and switch. All of you. And why? Because, God damn it, you guys saw how much you got from us to fight for our autonomy. I didn't want to kill that golden goose. Well, I, for one, have never forgiven you for taking away my kids' rights to their own organs. Fuck you all. I hope they introduce forced kidney donations next. Maybe then you'll give a fuck when it's your kids who lose the rights to control what happens to their bodies. Probably not, though. You don't seem to give a fuck when infants get carpet bombed, you sick fuck. You support the Trump org going after students who protested the Israel government's war on Gaza, but you're angry that it's hurting universities and college administrators. Are you fucking for real? They're kidnapping legal residents in their homes for saying things our government doesn't like. It's a fucking violation of the First Amendment, and you're supporting it because you personally have a problem with the message too? Fuck all the way off. You think people are turning on you because you turned on them with your vote on the continuing resolution? No. You were never with us to begin with. You're just as bad as the Trump administration. No, wait, you're worse. You pretend to be on the side of the left, to be fighting for the left, when you're actually not doing a goddamn thing, but hurting the causes we care about and actively seeking to fill congressional seats with others who will do the same. You crush efforts by anyone who actually fights for what we voted for in order to push your agenda, not ours. And then you have the utter gall, the fucking audacity, the goddamn entitlement to tell us who have to work 2 jobs just to feed our families because you are allowing this blatant robbery of our commonwealth. You're telling us that the problem is we're not doing enough to support your agenda. Fuck you, Chuck. Resign. Time to get the fuck out of the way because you can't lead. And take Jeffries with you because he's you 2.0. We're over this. I say to my fellow Americans, not one more fucking dime. Not one more bit of support for these feckless, useless, enabling Democrats. We have not just given in or lacked backbone. That is a useful excuse for their treachery to all of us. No, this was calculated. They know what they're doing. They knew when they betrayed women who marched and fought for every fucking election to get them into office. They kept abortion rights on the fucking ballot. We kept donating, phone banking, canvassing. They knew we'd keep holding fundraising dinners for them, lobbying them, as long as they pretended, as Chuck and Hakeem are doing now, that their hands were tied. They could count on us to keep doing it election after election. Turn off the spigot. Stop giving them free campaign labor. They're not going to save us. No one but ourselves can do that. I swear we need to start a working class PAC, run by the working class, paid for by the working class, to work for our needs. It's well beyond time for us to all realize we are one and they are not like us. One team, one fight. Right, Doug?
Yeah.
I lost Doug.
So, thanks. Admonition, everybody.
Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm doing good. I don't even drink coffee anymore, man.
I was hoping for an anger translator instead.
And now it's time for the throw punch!